Podcast script, how was your vacation? Hello, and welcome to Learning English with Hal, the podcast where we help you improve your English skills in a fun and conversational way. I'm your host, Hal, and I'm so excited to have you here today. In this episode, we're going to talk about something many of us love: vacations. We'll explore how to talk about your vacation experiences, what kinds of questions people usually ask, and how to describe different things you did or saw. So, if you've just come back from a trip or you're planning one soon, this episode will help you share that experience with confidence in English. Let's get started. All right, so imagine you've just returned from a vacation and someone asks you, "How was your vacation?" What do you say? First, let's start with a simple answer: "It was great." Or if you didn't enjoy it as much, you could say it was okay, or it wasn't as fun as I expected. These short answers are fine, but if you want to keep the conversation going, it's a good idea to add more details. Let's think about how to describe your vacation in more depth. You can start by talking about where you went. For example, you can say, "I went to Italy and it was amazing," or "I visited Japan and it was such a cool experience." Adding adjectives like amazing or cool helps make your description more interesting. Now, let's move on to what you did on your vacation. You can use simple phrases like, "I explored the city, visited museums, and tried new foods," or "I spent most of my time relaxing at the beach and reading books." These phrases help paint a picture of your vacation for the listener. If you want to make it even more detailed, talk about specific activities. For example, if you tried a local dish, you can say, "I had this amazing pasta dish called carbonara in Rome, and it was delicious." Or if you visited a famous landmark, you could say, "I saw the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and the view was incredible." This makes your story come alive, and people can really imagine what your vacation was like. Now, when talking about your vacation, it's also common to share how the experience made you feel. You can say things like, "It was so relaxing. I feel refreshed and ready to get back to work." Or, "It was a bit tiring, but it was totally worth it." Sharing your feelings makes the conversation more personal and relatable. Plus, it gives the other person a chance to ask follow-up questions like, "What made it tiring?" Or, "What did you enjoy the most?" Speaking of follow-up questions, it's always a good idea to be ready to ask them too. If you're having a conversation with someone about their vacation, you can ask questions like, "Did you try any new foods? What was the highlight of your trip? Or would you recommend going there?" These questions show that you're interested in the conversation and they help keep things going smoothly. All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope this gave you some helpful phrases and tips to talk about your vacations in English. Whether you're describing where you went, what you did, or how it made you feel, now you have the tools to share your travel experiences confidently. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Learning English with Hal for more lessons like this, and feel free to share your own vacation stories in the comments or with a friend. I'd love to hear about your adventures. Until next time, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.